Hello, this is Mr. Dunaway. Welcome to Chapter 5, Section 4. In front of you, you should have this template as we talk about converting rates. I'm going to teach you a specific method that I want to check you on called unit analysis. And in the process of doing this, please understand this, that I want to see you demonstrate the method that I show you, not just the answer. That's really important for this particular lesson because the questions will get harder and harder, where this will actually make your life easier and easier. Unit analysis is a method using labels to make conversions. Okay, so what we have here is we have a conversion table where we have different conversions of length, like inches to centimeter, or feet to meter, yards to meters. We have capacity, which is like mass, or a measure of space, and mass and weight is down here on the bottom. Okay, so please understand that this is about how we go through to get the answers here. Keep that context in mind. It's really important for us. Now I'm going to do the notes a little bit differently. I'm going to skip number 1 and 2 and come back to that later, and I'm actually going to start with number 3, as that is the easiest way, I think, to teach you would be to start here and then go back to the other ones. They should make more sense if you can follow this. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate. The first thing that you should do in doing this type of a conversion is write down what you have and put it over 1. Now notice I wrote the label with it. Do that. Okay, so the second thing you should do is over here, put a big gap in between. Okay, don't go into the 4 area because we're going to need that space. You're going to write equals. You're going to draw like a fraction bar, but draw right what the label is you're looking for, centimeters. Okay, so write down what you have, put it over 1, write down the unit that you're trying to get to. Okay, you have inches, you're trying to get to centimeters. Now, you're going to multiply. Now, the third thing you should do, right down here, the third thing you should do is you're going to multiply a fraction. Now, this part right here, this is the new part for you. Okay, if you see how I have inches right here, what I want to do is put inches here because I'm going to multiply. And just like if I had an 8 right here, I could cancel out the 8s and make them 1. You can do the same thing with the labels. So this label has to match. Now it has to be diagonal, okay, because you have inches divided by inches. They're inches over inches. They will cancel out. Now, if I look over here, right there, I have 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. Okay, so I have a measure where I have inches and centimeters that are equal. So since I know that 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch, I can put those as a fraction. Now since those are the same, okay, those are the same value. See, 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. So it's really like the number 1 because these two values are equal, 2.54 centimeters, 1 inch. So here's what happens. This inch and this inch, they cancel out. Just like I said, if I had 8 here and 8 here, it would cancel out. You can do the same thing with centimeters or with the inches. Now look what you're left with. You have centimeters here, and that's what your target was. So now what you do is just the math, 8 times 2.54. And that works out to be 20.34. So 8 inches is equal to 20.34 centimeters. And there you have it. That's an example of it. Now, it sounds complicated, I know, and you're probably thinking, well, why don't I just multiply, or why don't I just... You have to understand you're learning something bigger than that at the moment. So I will be checking to see that you do it this particular method by matching up the labels, the top and bottom, and making the conversion right here. Now if we do a few more examples, hopefully it'll make a little more sense to you. Let's look at number 4. All right, so first, okay, step 1. I'll just do like step 1 like this, and you can have that for your notes. You write down what you have over 1. Okay, step 2, write down what you want. You want gallons. Whoops, get a little more space there. You're going from liters to gallons. And gallons are on top of the fraction. Okay, now what we need to have, the next thing you do before you do anything else, is you have to put liters there, because you have to match these two labels. Okay, when those two labels match, now what you do is down here, you're looking for, do you have a place that you know how liters and gallons are equal? And I can move my table here. Let's see where it is. Looking for liters and gallons. Looks like I have right here. Okay, 1 liter is equal to 0.264 gallons. So we use that 1 liter equals 0.264 gallons. Now look what happens. Those liters cancel out. So you take 5 times 2.64 gallons, and that converts that into gallons. And when you do that, that works out to be 1.32 gallons. And that's it. 1.32 gallons. And there you have it. Now they get much more complicated, where this is actually the easiest way to do it. I know right now you're probably going, but I don't know how to do this. That's what you're learning, the process of using this unit analysis to solve these types of questions. Okay, let's take a look at number 5. 15 ounces. So you write down what you start with, you put it over 1, and over here you write what you want to go to. You want to go to grams. Okay, so I'm going to multiply. You write the labels first. Match the labels. They have to cancel out. You have to get rid of ounces and go to grams. Ounces and grams. Okay, so let's look down here. Here I have ounces and grams right there. I have 1 ounce is equal to 28.35 grams. Okay, so look what happens. The ounces cancel and you're left with grams. Now if you multiply 15 times 28.35, that works out, I'm going to write it underneath because I'm running out of room, 425.25 grams. And there you have it. Okay, let's move on to number 6. Number 6 says 24 centimeters is approximately how many inches? Okay, so write it down, 24 centimeters over 1. Over here you put equals, and you want to go to inches. All right, so write down centimeters. You have to match those labels. Okay, now look for centimeters equal inches. Do we have that on here? Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to have to move my table a little bit. Centimeters equals inches. Can you find that on the table? Centimeters equals inches. There it is right there. And so I go 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. Okay, and the centimeters cancel out. So we're left with 24 inches over 2.54. Now the centimeters is gone. So here at this point, you're going to have to do a little math. You have 24 divided by 2.54. So let's grab a calculator and work that out. And I just did that on my calculator, and that worked out to be it says to round off to the nearest hundredth, so it was 9.45 inches. And that works. Now you might be sitting there thinking, hey, wait a minute, I had another measure over here where it said this 1 centimeter is equal to that. And the truth is, you could have used that one as well. Had you done that, it would have looked like this. Okay, you match up your centimeters. Here in inches, where 1 centimeter is 0.394, and that actually works out to be 9.4, I think it rounds to 9.46 inches. Okay, and that's really okay as well, because the problem that we have here is the fact that some of these are rounded off. Okay, here's what, I'm a little bit over my time, so I'm going to stop the video here, and I'll tell you what I'd like you to do. Try number 7 and 8 before you start the next video, and then see if you get them right and see how you're doing with it. The process. You can do it.